All right, what's going on, people? It's Kenny. I'm back, and I know I've been gone for a pretty long time, but honestly, there's no excuse. But I'll tell you exactly what happened. So last time I made a video, I was still a phlebotomist. Ding, ding, ding. I changed specialties. I changed my job. I am now a physical therapy technician, and I'm gonna tell you the reasons why I left my phlebotomy job. So reason number one, how demanding the job really was. So my schedule was never consistent. Like I'd be working from like let's say 7 all the way to like 6 some days. Another day I'll work 8 to maybe 10. Another day I'll work like 1 to like I don't know, 8. Like it was such a random schedule that it was very hard to plan things. Another thing is we would have to work on the weekends, and even then they didn't care about our schedules. So like for example, Sundays, you would literally work all day. So you would come in a little later, let's say 9ish, 10ish. You're getting home around like 10ish, 11ish, like 9ish. Like you're getting in so late, and you can't really do a lot of things when you're on such a demanding schedule. Like, for example, being a PA school, applicant, upcoming applicant, you want to make sure you have your volunteering good. You want to make sure you have your other community service good. You want to make sure you have your personal statement written. You're contacting the people for your letters of rec and giving yourself time to like perfect your application. And with that job, I barely had time for myself, much less to like even be healthy. So I have a consistent gym schedule. Like I love going to the gym. It's much easier to go to the gym when you have a consistent schedule and you know what you're hitting. It's very hard to go to the gym when your schedule changes all the time and you only have so much time to do one thing. And with that being said, having that job and having to take, classes and, still having to work and work out, it became very difficult. And I literally saw myself like, just slipping and, skipping workouts and, just only waking up, chilling, going to work. And then by the time I come home from work, I'd be like so exhausted. All right. So number one is definitely going to have to be the scheduling. It's very difficult to plan when you literally don't even know your schedule in advance. Let's say a week in advance. Sometimes I would not know my schedule a week in advance. Like let's say I want to schedule a doctor's appointment. I better hope I could get that PTO time off, or else it won't be guaranteed that I'd have that day off. Let's say I want next Thursday, I want free, right? Let's say next Thursday I want free. If that schedule did not come out yet, and let's say it does come out and I'm working that Thursday, guess what? I cannot skip that. So it was very difficult. And, I had so much things to do that staying as a phlebotomist was just not worth it, right? So number two is going to be my ability to, do the work, my ability to like have time for my mental health, for schoolwork, and just for having a social life. So number two is like I literally had no social life. I was making the most money I ever made, hands down. I'm still benefiting off of all that money I made, but I honestly had no social life. Like I'd be lucky if I got home early on a Saturday night or a Friday night, so I'd be able to like, go out or something, but that did not happen too often. And I easily saw myself losing my social life and, leaving that job and with the job I have now as a physical therapy tech, which is basically 9 to 5, 7 to 6, 7 to 4 most days, 9 to 6 the other days. But it's basically a 9 to 5 job. And because of that, I'm able to plan out my evenings. Like I know for a fact I have my evenings during the week, and for a fact I have my weekends. Do you know how much easier it is to just plan things out when you have your evenings and your weekends, right? Granted, I am getting paid way less, but right now, this time period in my life, the pay really doesn't matter. It's all about the experience, what I'm learning, how can this benefit me for the future. And with phlebotomy, I got dirty. I got my hands in there. Vena punctured a ton of people. I have a lot of experience with people passing out on me. I can tell you stories about that. Literally, people passing out on me. Literally, seeing reactions on their veins, on their arms. Seeing how certain patients react. Being around, a lot of, I don't want to say, I guess I'll just say being around vomit, because these people, they're puking into the bags if they're not feeling well. You could literally see the person's like skin color change. You see them act differently. They start licking their lips or something. And so I'm glad I got this experience. I'm glad I was able to literally shove a needle into somebody's vein and collect blood from them. And what I wanted to do was start doing procedures, and that's what I did. And you know what? I did it. I had fun, but it's time for something else. It's not a sustainable, job. Well, it's not sustainable for me at the moment. So yeah, honestly, those are my two biggest reasons for leaving. Number three would have to be the fact that the management, it's like it could be personal to my job, but like management, it really wasn't that good. Like literally one day I literally remember coming in. I was a little late, I give you that, but I am known for being a hard worker, of being very respectful, and it seems like all of that went out the window because I was like 1 to 2 minutes late, and because they were more stressed out than I was. So I basically got like almost like bantered, harassed basically as soon as I got to work. And that for me was instantly like a red flag that, okay, I am not going to be working here for much longer, because they don't really respect me, as a worker. Like they treated me as if like I'm known to be late, I'm known to be lazy, I'm known to be disrespectful. All of that went out the window, and it seemed like the respect I was getting wasn't reciprocated with what I was giving. So instantly had to leave for that reason, if not all the other reasons. Like, you need to be at a job where you are respected. And the current job I'm at, it's a small clinic, physical therapy. There's 2 clinicians, and it's honestly amazing. Like, it's such a healing experience, because I don't want to say my phlebotomy job was that toxic, but it was almost that toxic. Let me add another thing. I get breaks. I know, it's amazing, right? Because in phlebotomy, if there are 10 people trying to get lined up, trying to donate blood, and let's say you're supposed to have a break at 12, you're not getting that break. You'll get a break when the job is completely over. And to me, it just seemed like, okay, I could understand that. Like, let's say you're like a doctor or a nurse, or like you're getting like a big enough salary. I don't know. I just felt like we should have had guaranteed breaks, because like your performance is only going to decrease if you're hungry, you can't focus, and you still got 10 people to, take their blood, process them, do their paperwork and all that. And you're expected to do all of that with a smile. And it just seems like a toxic environment. Like, it was like money's here, but then the toxicity is here. And with my new job, money is, I'm going to say it's here, but the toxicity is like non-existent. And I would way more prefer that. And that's one of the main reasons, like, I love this new job as a tech. And I am so glad I left phlebotomy. I'm just treated with, it's like they want me there, and I get to study. If it's slow at the clinic, and let's say it's only like 1-to-1, so I can't really help much, because I would like help, and I'll explain that in another video. If it's like 1-to-1, they literally told me, go ahead, you could go go study, or I could literally go work out or something. I have so much more flexibility. I have so much more things to do. I'm in a greater environment. They all support me. They all want me to get somewhere. It just seemed like the perfect scenario to happen to me from the last job. It almost feels like PTSD anytime I think about the last job, comparing it to this. Okay, it's maybe not that bad, but it's honestly a very good change because, man, those days as a phlebotomist, I mean, it was fun. Like, it was, don't get me wrong, I had fun being a phlebotomist, and I enjoyed it, and yeah. But the fact that I just have so much more things to do. Like, I literally need time to study for my other prerequisite classes and for the GRE. Like, there's no way around that. I need time for that. I need time to perfect this CASPA application and all the other applications that I'm gonna have to do. This job gives me that. Phlebotomy, if you could get a set schedule, I would I go back to it? Maybe, maybe not. But the set schedule, having time, and making sure you're still doing, some hands-on patient care experience, it's a really good look. It's a really good look. So yeah, that's gonna be this video. Thank you for watching, showing up. I know it's been a big hiatus, but yeah, I'm here. I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still working with you. All right. Catch you in the next one. Peace.